Okay, we're at 6709 Comet Street in Los Angeles. We're running from a 3-inch clean out here on the side of the house. It'll be the end of the line clean out. We're out in the middle of the street, right before the turn into the city sewer. This is going to be a 6-inch concrete pipe. So it's pretty like 1950. Probably put in the 40s, 30s, but that's when they put concrete lateral in. So we're going to go ahead and bring the camera back. Like I said, this is out in the middle of the street, 6-inch concrete pipe. This pipe looks like it's in pretty good condition coming back. You get some roaches there hanging out, having lunch. They're just chilling. So you can see the 6-inch concrete looks good. Nice and clean. We don't see any separations at the couplings. There's no low spots. We've been flushing. Everything flows out pretty well. Okay, we should be getting close to the property line. You see we got some little bit of roots coming in through the joint here. Very minor. Still 6-inch. Now we're transitioning from a 6-inch concrete to a 4-inch clay pipe. This is coming onto the property. We located this approximately about 6 feet deep. You're going to see you have roots there. And then these are the big ones right here. You can see heavy roots in here, closing off most of the pipe, and then we drop into water. So that means that root's holding up the water. You see the roots? This is approximately now 4.5 feet deep in the front of the house. We're going to recommend replace this section of pipe. So if you replace the 4-inch and replace the 4x6 transition. As we start coming back, this is the 4-inch clay pipe running through the yard, which the rest of it doesn't look too bad coming back. Still 4-inch clay. There we go. So still 4-inch clay. You can see this looks good coming back. We're going to transition to cast iron shortly here, where it's going to start heading underneath the house. We located approximately about 2.5 feet deep where it exits. Okay, so now we're transitioning to the cast iron underneath the house. You can see the cast iron's getting old. You can see a lot of rust buildup. Try to clean up the lens a little there. Especially when we start coming through the kitchen, you're going to see how pipe is getting closed off. Okay, let me just pause the recording really quick. We're at 62 feet. We're going to pause this. Okay, so we're back on. We just cleaned out the lens. We're running from the clean out that we're at. See, this is all ABS plastic. This has been replaced. We're taking a drop, entering a little section of cast iron. That's the original pipe. You can see right there, you can see how choked up it is. You see how things are getting caught at the top. So like I said, if you have a party and you have a lot of usage, paper could get caught. Then we transition back to ABS plastic. This has been replaced. This is running underneath the bathrooms here. This is all good. There's a toilet connection, sink, shower, some more toilets and showers. Okay, now we're coming into cast iron pipe again. You can see the cast iron pipe's getting very old on the inside. You can see the scale buildup. You see right here how bad it's getting? So you can see there's also water standing. So if you're flushing something, the water will go, but the solids will, what they do is they'll accumulate in the cast iron and you'll get a soft stoppage. So we're going to keep going. You can see a lot of buildup at the top of the pipe. It's not smooth, it's very bumpy. You see like pieces of pipe. See, this is the buildup off the sides of the pipe falling apart. So we're going to make a turn here. Still cast iron. You can see the cast iron's getting very old underneath. We're going to be coming up to the kitchen shortly here. And you can see how paper is already starting to grab at the top of the pipe. getting close to the kitchen, you're going to see it start closing up a little bit more here. You can see how there's water standing here. So here's the kitchen where it ties in. You can see the opening's like this big. And you're before, I mean, this is after all the bathrooms. So whatever's flushing is going to be coming by this point. I mean, look how choked up that is. My camera will barely get through there. See how my camera kind of gets stuck? The camera's only an inch and a quarter in diameter. So you can see, especially running underneath the kitchen, getting very old. You can see right there. Water standing in the line. A little bit of paper. You see here it's getting even worse. The walls are starting to close in on itself.
About where is this?
This is coming into that front room. Okay, and we're at 62 feet, so we saw the rest going out. So you can see what I mean about the cast irons getting very old. So we're going to go ahead and stop the recording here. We're definitely going to recommend to replace the cast iron underneath the house. Also do a spot repair out there in the front with the 4-inch clay.